Alright, today is November 7th, 5 days later in the workshop. Now, you can see that I've kind of put stuff out here. I've got stuff leaning up against my door. I'm organizing stuff out here for the time being. Hey, too much to go. Compressor hasn't changed locations yet, but I have gotten rid of some stuff right here. I've used some of the wood that I've had here. And if you look, my tools are disappearing. Haha. My paint rack is still here, but moved my router table over here, which this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to do something different, but I'll figure it all out as time goes. Right now, I've just got stuff stacked still, so my stock hasn't changed, but 5 days later, I have moved a lot of stuff off the saw table, and I'm moving it back and forth as I work, and that's the hard part. Scroll saw still down there. I'm working on other stuff as well, but this hasn't changed at all. Well, maybe just a little tiny bit, but not much. Anyways, up here I've done some changes. I've cut off a piece of that shelf. My tool wall is beginning to come along. I've been building holders as I can. My nail guns are up. Oh, and I built that little nail and brad rack right there. And actually, I built a nail and brad rack and realized I had too many nails and screws, so I put all my nails and screws over there. And over here, let's see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. My wife found that at a thrift store. So I put a French cleat on the back of that sucker and put all my brads in it. Anyways, this part right here. So, and then I got this on just a piece of plywood. There's one screw holding that up, about right in the middle there. And up on top, there's a rail that goes over the top. And it actually hooks onto the plywood, so that worked out really well. I putting all my cases up here. Those used to be down in this cabinet down here, and I'm freeing up all that space. I've emptied a couple of drawers out of that with tools, so three of the drawers over there are now empty. And I got my drill press over here. It's not permanently, set up yet, but at least I can use it. And obviously that table is pretty well cleared off. So some of the stuff is still here. These are all my little part storage bins that I have to put back on the wall somewhere. I didn't take a video of it before, but I will be taking a video of how I have it set up when I'm all finished. There's just a lot to do in here, and it's a small space for all the stuff that I have. I'm not a hoarder by any means, but I do believe in keeping things that you might need, within 5 years when it comes to hardware and things like that. Hence the fact before I had all these coffee cans over here, and they were all up there, and I had to go through them to get something, and I had it. So that's why I hang on to things. I do the kind of work that I do in my workshop is not just wood. I also work with metal. I work with paper mache. I work with foam. So that's why you see all the styrofoam over there. I do a lot of stuff in this workshop. So the stuff that I do, obviously you have to have all the materials for. This is just one example. This thing right here, this little guy right here, is a prop for Halloween. I build a lot of Halloween props. And so is that spider up there. And I haven't finished them yet. But you could see that I don't just work with wood. I have my knee boards up there too for concrete, believe it or not. Anyways, I do a lot of characters. And like I said, that little character right there used to be a Santa Claus. And I'm making him an evil elf. So, I do a lot of stuff in here. So foam, metal, electronics as well. And actually, over on this side of my shop right here, if you could see this, I actually have an aluminum top on this part that helps me with heat things, dissipate heat faster. And this here is a cutting mat that I have glued down. And I use this part and this part here, I have them together. I use it for soldering and electronics things, things that I'm working on. So you can't even see my soldering iron back there, but it's buried. It's back there. I got a soldering iron and a hot knife both back there. My little parts bin right there is all electronics parts. Obviously I got a little helping hands up there and magnifying glass light and all kinds of stuff. So this is why I have such a problem in this shop. There's so many things that I work on, and I can take one thing from building a wood structure all the way to animating it, and that's just what I do. So anyways, there's the tour so far, and that's what I'm working on. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. Oh, let me show you this thing. This thing was kind of cool, man. I just kind of dreamed this up. My case broke for my Forstner bits, so I had to do something with them. I couldn't just leave them banging around in a drawer. So when the case broke, I had to come up with a new kind of case. So what I did was I just organized them exactly how they were in the case, and that's why this 1/4 inch bit is way over here on this side, because it just took up the same amount of space basically. My 3/8 bit is being used in my drill press right now, but I just took a piece of PVC pipe and I drilled the holes in it, and I believe it was 3/8 size holes, all of them. They're a little tight, but that's okay. They set nice. And I screwed it to a couple of 2x3s that are tiered, and put a piece of plywood on the back and screwed it to my wall. So worked out good, quick and dirty. I'm totally into KISS, keep it simple, stupid, and go from there. I got to do a little bit of modification to my hammer rack, because these hammers don't sit properly in here yet, but they will when I'm done. And I'm sorry, I got off camera on that one. Anyways, they don't sit in here properly. Every time I bang on the wall or do something, they want to fall, so I have to fix that. Anyways, getting there, getting it done, and see you next time.